Welcome back to our Regulation CC training series. In this Module 3, we're diving into one of the most essential parts of Regulation CC, funds availability rules. If you're working on the front lines, handling deposits, answering questions about check holds, or helping new account holders, this module is for you. We'll explain when funds must be available, how long you can hold them, and what changes for new accounts. Let's get started. Funds availability refers to how quickly a bank or credit union must make deposited funds accessible to the account holder. Regulation CC sets federal standards that balance member convenience with fraud prevention. The key idea? Members need access to their money, but financial institutions need time to verify the deposits, especially with checks. Let's start with next day availability, a cornerstone of Regulation CC. Under Regulation CC, certain types of deposits must be made available by the next business day. This includes cash deposits made in person to a teller, electronic direct deposits like payroll, U.S. Treasury checks when deposited into the payee's account, honest checks, those drawn on the same institution where they're deposited, certified checks, cashier's checks, state or local government checks when deposited in person. But there's also a dollar-based rule. As of July 1st, 2025, the first $275 of any non-exempt check deposit must also be made available by the next business day. This is known as the minimum next day amount. It's a key figure. Make sure you memorize it. $275. For most other checks, Regulation CC allows financial institutions to hold the funds for up to 2 business days. This is the standard availability timeline. But there are situations where you're permitted to hold funds longer. These are called exception holds, and we'll cover those more in the next module. For now, here's what you need to know. Standard checks equals funds available on the second business day. Large deposits over $6,725, exception hold may apply. Emergency conditions, overdraft history, or redeposited checks may trigger extended holds. It's not just about what was deposited, but how much, by whom, and under what conditions. When it comes to new accounts, the rules shift. Regulation CC defines a new account as one that has been open 30 calendar days or less. And here's the important part. During this 30-day window, standard funds availability rules do not apply. You can place longer holds, even up to 9 business days on the same deposit. But not everything is delayed. For new accounts, cash and electronic payments, like direct deposit, must still be available by the next business day. The first $6,725 of a treasury check, cashier's check, or certified check must be available by the first business day after deposit, if the deposit is made in person to an employee. So, next time a new member opens a checking account and drops off a big check, check the account open date before making available promises. Here's a simplified version of the funds availability timeline. Day 0, deposit is made. Day 1, next day availability for $275 of check deposits. Honest checks. Cash. Direct deposits. Treasury and government checks if deposited correctly. Day 2, remaining funds from standard checks become available. Day 3 through 9, only if exception holds apply, i.e. large deposits or new account rules. This chart is an excellent reference. Consider printing it or saving it for quick access during transactions. Let's bring this to life with a few real-world examples. Example 1, direct deposit. A member's employer sends a payroll direct deposit on Thursday. Funds must be available by Friday. No exceptions. It's electronic, so next day available is required. Example number 2, Cash deposits at the teller line. A member brings in $800 in cash and deposits it into their checking account before the cutoff time. Funds must be available the next business day. Example number 3, honest check. A member deposits a $1,000 check written from another account at your same institution. This is considered an honest check. The first $275 must be available next day. The remaining $725 should be available no later than the second business day. Example number 4, ACH versus check. A member receives 2 payments, one by ACH transfer, one by mailed personal check. The ACH must follow next day availability rules. The check may be subject to a standard 2-day hold unless you apply a case-by-case or exception hold. This is a great example of why it's important to ask how the deposit was made. Example number 5, new account holder. A new member opens a checking account and deposits a $10,000 official check. Since the account is less than 30 days old and the check exceeds the threshold for large deposits, you may place an exception hold on a portion of the funds. You must make the first $5,525 available by the next business day and provide a written hold notice explaining when the rest will be available. Regulation CC's funds availability rules are not just policies. They directly affect your members' experience, trust, and ability to manage their money. So here's your quick recap. Next day availability applies to cash, direct deposits, honest checks, treasury checks. First, $275 of other check deposits. 2-day holds are standard for personal and business checks. New accounts have more flexible holding periods up to 9 business days for same checks. Use the timeline chart as a quick reference guide. Always check account age, deposit type, and risk level before releasing funds. If this helped you better understand Regulation CC funds availability rules, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video on exception holds and disclosures. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute legal or compliance advice. Always consult your institution's policy and compliance officer.